The mental conditioning for baseball is so important because it is such a mental game. I mean, you fail 70% of the time and you're going to be an all-conference player. Baseball is a sport where it really is will over skill, and the most talented teams don't win. It's always the teams that play the best. So there's this mentality of, how do we play our best and how do we come together in this individual sport as a team to collectively give us that best chance for success, because when we play for each other and not just for yourself. And the difference between college baseball and pro baseball is pro is all about the individual, except for maybe when you get in the playoffs, then it becomes about the team. But in college baseball, and why it's such a great game, I think the best level of baseball that's out there is it really is just about the team.
Very nice, step it up. Now.
WEUT is something that came from the players and from the staff when I was here in the fall. We had them all actually write down 3 to 4 words that described what it meant to be a Tennessee baseball player and who they needed to become to give themselves the best chance for the spring. So when they wrote those down, you take all these words and you put them together and you see which words were used most often. And the words that were used most often were competitive, confident, toughness, commitment, effort, character, pride, discipline, doing the little things, we being together. And they came up with, WEUT, is that we are University of Tennessee, WEUT, and it's kind of taken a life of its own as their battle cry where, they've got the orange train is coming, and they're going woo woo, and the orange train is coming, and that means that they're going to come out there and play, and they're going to play with a relentless effort, with attention to detail. They're going to play with that discipline and energy that often, a Dave Serrano program is known for.
Let's go, let's go. We play with confidence, toughness, and a relentless pursuit to win the next pitch. Who are we? UT!
But being a one-pitch warrior is about locking into the present moment and fighting this battle and fighting this pitch and not worrying about the past and not worrying about the future. Being a one-pitch warrior is about walking the home plate big and carrying yourself with gigantic body language, because confidence is a 2-lane highway. If you act big, here come the big thoughts. If you act small, here come small thoughts. And one of the things that we know and one of the things that we teach these guys is that it's easier to act yourself into a way of feeling than it is to feel yourself into a way of action. If you wait till you feel confident, till you act confident, well, those feelings may never come. One of the main concepts of mental conditioning is being comfortable being uncomfortable. When you play in the SEC and you're in front of crowds of 12 and 13,000 people and they're saying things at you that if they said in public, you'd probably get in a street fight with them. You got to learn to be uncomfortable, and you got to learn to be able to do things on a whim that are uncomfortable and just get comfortable in that environment. So we have them eat fire, and eating fire is about the fundamentals of confidence. Acting big and carrying yourself with that confidence and swagger, breathing big to make sure you're in the present moment, and committing big to what it is so there's no second guessing your actions. You're totally into and committed to that action. So we've also gone through, breathing exercises to get them to train their mind to stay in the present moment, just like you play one pitch at a time. We've done, team building exercises where we get guys to come up with, level 10 energy in front of their teammates and kind of get in their face and come unglued and get outside of their comfort zone to be able to take that energy to the next level, because if you're going to play championship baseball, you got to be able to kick it up a certain notch every time. This group of guys that is going through this battle together, there's never been Team 104 at Tennessee, and there's never going to be another Team 104. So we talked about what is the legacy that this team, Team 104, is going to leave behind. And they wanted to leave behind a legacy of a legacy of togetherness, and a legacy of a culture of people that did everything together and came together because that's what they thought was going to make them the best team in the country.